Yo, what's up? Yeah, I've never done it before. I think I'm doing a good job for a first try. Yeah, I mean it's the only way I know how to play. Oh shit! I just realized I never actually put the audio for other people. Yeah, it's true. Tabs actually aren't that hard. I've used tabs before.
Honestly, I know that it's basically overshadowing the last case of trials of justice for all, but I just can't wait for you to get to trials and tribulations.
Hey, no worries. I don't think that's overshadowing anything. You're allowed to be excited while at the same time be cool. Like, it's chill. I don't think it's overshadowing.
Honestly, though, I will give the last case of justice for all this. Like no other AC2 game has had the balls to put you in the position of defending a guilty man.
Yeah. Can't go lower than that, though. That's an issue.
By the way, I just realized something. I can't hear the music. Have you come across the slower, sadder version of the Steel Samurai theme yet?
I don't know. It's not a thing I am entirely certain of. I might have just not realized. Alas, it is 10 o'clock. And you know what that means. Yeah. Indeed, hold it, indeed. You know what time it is. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
Well, hopefully your brain baby crowns faster tonight than it did last night.
I actually kickstarted it with coffee already. I feel like I'm gonna be okay.
Yo, what up, man?
What up, Nam? Let's go. That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix, right? Damn. Look at this guy. Cannot allow you to go on like this. I'm just a simple defense attorney. Oh, I'm gonna get hammered. Oh, no longer worthy of my title. No. I've had this dream before someplace some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Hello, this is Phoenix, right? You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? If you please, Mr. Lawyer. It's not just me. Your precious friend is writing on today's verdict, too. Oh, boy. If you get that slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Hey, Mia. What's up? How's Maya? You don't know. Okay. For a lawyer, the worst of times when you have to force your biggest smiles. Still some hope left. Congrats on your D&D character surviving, Em. Leave me alone! Don't call me anymore, I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Gumshoe, I'm sorry. Where are you? Oh, yo, nice. You have a lead? 0 leads. I'm not gonna give up, though. Until the trial's over. Until the verdict is handed down. Gonna do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves. So maybe I just have to buy time. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to buy time. This is gonna be interesting. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, you can draw it out. Survived a suicide bomb, but your character was badly damaged. Jesus, that sounds intense. Gumshoe, come through for me, bud. Something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. False! Money can buy that. But I get the
It's by
sense.
the title of friendship. I don't think it goes for true friendship.
That's a good way of putting it. I can get down with that. That's a good way of putting it. It's, Alright. 10 a.m. Face burnt. Jesus Christ. That sounds intense, Nem. Court's in session. Defense is ready.
Objection.
Yo, what's up, Ollie?
Hold it.
Prosecution's been ready for a while. Let's do something I didn't do last time and just skim through all the evidence I've got. Just for a quick refresher.
That sounds
Nickel
like a good
Samurai.
idea.
Glossy photo Maya pushed on me.
There we go.
Yes, get them burns on. Press conference ticket.
Delicious roast.
Delicious. Originally from Maya's kidnapper who goes by Tequila. Ooh, nat 20 on the death save. That's always good. Stolen night in the murder. Tabloid articles.
Called Uwu. I want to join it.
Article from the tabloid Gossip Land. Touch the check button for details.
Excuse me.
Mysterious beautiful
Oh.
manager. This story is AA. Map of the Gatewater Hotel around the crime scene. Alright.
Okay.
Pretty.
So I can save for a little bit, and then I have to watch like 1,000 cutscenes, and then I'll be back.
Okay.
Because Final Fantasy has me crying at the club
It
over
just
characters, and I
Rules
love
your
it.
life now.
Yeah.
I knew it would happen.
Oh,
Well,
So
not
just
entirely
remind me
rules
what
my
the-
life.
just a reminder about the guitar case. It supposedly held the Nickel Samurai costume.
Right. Now next to the victim, it's filled with tomato juice, bears Andrew's fingerprints. Photo of Juan Corrida's murder scene. Yeah, and that shit was empty. Hang on a minute. Jamming Ninja's button. Suicide report. Gonna hide his face in steampunk arms and legs. Nice. Shock. Strangled with a scarf, stabbed with a knife at 8:15. Fingerprints of Unguard. Gatewater is engraved. Picture taken in the hallway right after the murder. Touch the check button.
Oh yeah, I also need to play Final Fantasy IX now.
Oh yeah?
Solely for Vivi,
Phoebe's great.
because Vivi has a 14 incarnation
Oh, no shit. Nice.
who is a baby, and I love them. And
Phoebe's,
out of 10,
Phoebe's awesome.
Canon non-binary.
Cannonball
were-
binary?
non-binary.
Non-binary.
Oh.
Which was hilarious, because you could see, in 14, you can see their little robot legs. And the entire time, it's clearly a Manderville man. It's clearly a strapping young lad. No, it's an adorable. Look at our adorable little girl. Yes, our young lad's growing up just fine.
Wow. Placed next to the victim at the time of the murder. Miss Andrews is carrying it. Got a spy camera recording the room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour. Was running at the time of the murder. Changes the
Speaking of whack, have you
footage.
figured out who whacked him?
Changes the footage taken by the spy camera into radio waves and transmits the data. Spy camera was set in the right eye, found in the victim's room.
I will take that as a
Receipt
no.
for 3,800. Proof on guard. Bought a stuffed bear identical to one in evidence. Found in guard mansion with love. Celeste is written. It's complicated. Wooden bear-shaped figurine covered in many thin cuts. And my all-important badge. As far as profiles go... Alright. It's complicated, Ollie. Basically, the killer was the killer. But we know Unguard called him in.
For some reason, my brain was like, oh, I missed a bunch, despite it only being like 10:10. I was like, oh, my brain input, and I was hours late, and therefore
Oh.
I had to ask if you had caught him yet.
No, we've just started.
Yeah, my brain is not good.
I mean, you were here when we ended last night, yeah?
Yep.
So you pretty much know everything at this point. That we know.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
cool.
killer.
Basically, Unguard's a filthy slime ball, and we need to stall for time on Gumshoe looks for Maya.
Pretty much. Concluded yesterday's session with a
I'm
big
good
ol'
at
mystery.
stalling.
What exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in the murder? Is she really connected to the crime itself? Edgeworth, if you'd please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews forged evidence, threw suspicion onto Unguard. Then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. Guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. She's big guilty of that. I'm not finished, Your Honor. Sanders has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I'd like to direct the court's attention to this card. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Yes, Juan Corrido was killed by a professional assassin, and the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Unguard. Surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. For real. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya is safe and sound. Call your first witness, Edgeworth. Defendant's mentor, Will Powers. Will! Name and occupation. Okay. Will Powers. I'm a poor underpaid action star. Your relation to the defendant? That's sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. You don't need to put yourself down so much, dude. You're chill. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. I'd like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ungard's room. Okay. This is gonna be real interesting. After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. He was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume, talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place.
I can just imagine Phoenix pressing that last one. Just, what guest? Who were you with?
Yeah.
You?
The person on guard speaking was an ordinary bellboy. Let's have that cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky cinch. Trap. For us to find out more, we're just gonna have to spring the trap. Obi-Wan Kenobi style. I went by myself to Matt's room. The defendant's room? Why'd you go there? I'm his mentor, like a big brother, sorta. I wanted to say congrats. Mr. Wright. What? You're gonna try and trick me into a corner, aren't you? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. Don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time?
I mean, it's not.
I'll talk to the defense at a later time, so for now, kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. You went to the defendant's room? Wait a minute. How did I suddenly turn to the bad guy here? Well, you kind of, unfortunately, are in that position, friendo.
Especially at the moment. And you know you are.
I feel like spiritually, I want to press every statement because while it probably doesn't make a difference, I want to feel like I'm buying for time.
Yeah.
What was the defendant doing standing in front of his room? Talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. At first? What do you mean by that? He was in a bellboyish uniform and had a bottle of juice on the tray. Sounds like a merry bellboy to me. I didn't think he was normal. Why didn't you think he was a normal? Why did I think that? How am I supposed to know? I'm asking the questions here! Guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one. Watch the
I
two.
love Will Powers.
Will Powers. More like
You
chill Powers.
yeah,
He's a good dude. He's a really good
is.
dude.
Bellboy just wanted to say congrats. While you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because he gave the bellboy a tip. That's normal. How long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two. Powers gets bullied.
He does. He doesn't deserve it.
I'm gonna be a big
It's like he
bully.
could be the bully, but he is the bullied.
Maya and Pearl thought it'd be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you, so I went back to my seat. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember the incident? Did Mr. Powers leave the seat that night? I don't remember that happening, actually. I was making such a racket in her hyper state, I ended up focusing on her. probably wasn't gone for very long. Okay.
I'm gonna pop open the walkthrough because I genuinely don't remember.
I appreciate that. Have it at the ready, at least.
Sweet, because I genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
I know that this man needs a break, and I just want to give him a large stuffed animal lion.
Right. He's talking
And, like,
once
a
we
pat
know
on the head.
Phoenix needs a vacation.
Gumshoe needs a fucking pay raise and a trophy.
Maybe the idea is that...
Oh, it says when you press on the third statement, it supposedly adds a new statement that Matt gave.
Is it the I watched the two of them for a while, but I gave up and went back?
No, the statement that's added is Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
Weird. I saw him say that, but that wasn't added at the statement. Maybe I have to
Oh, okay,
press-
sorry. So press on the fourth statement and then on the third statement. It's one of those stupid have to do it in a certain order.
1, 2, 3. What do you mean by that? Didn't think he was a normal bellboy. Why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? Oh, I suppose
He
not.
has a scar straight down his face.
Hey, wait a sec. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. Alright. Usually the amendment is where I strike. Gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much was it? That's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by the event. Which of a shocking moment should I ask about? Ask about the tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure, giving him that much was maybe just a little too much, I think. Clarify for the court, how much would you say the defendant gave the bellboy? I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. He gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll. Fat rolls with a PH. Fat roll of cash.
You hear that, Popeye? Gave him a fat roll of cash.
Fat roll. A milli.
Popeye is upset that I moved.
A very fat roll of cash.
So, I moved Pie's this robe that Pie usually sits on because I was cleaning my room, and she is upset. It's not where she likes it, and it's not in the way she likes it. She's like pawed at it and walked away from it.
Why on earth am I standing around here prosecuting?
I mean, he has a point.
I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. Fuse doesn't even get paid? What's up with that shit?
He's been stiffed by a couple of clients.
What chumps?
Take them to court. Then
Damn.
the defense attorney becomes the defendant.
Damn.
Or, no.
You mean the prosecutor?
The defense would become the plaintiff.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's the
yeah.
word.
It's not claims court like that, really doesn't have. Yeah.
Look, My brain wanted to say the thing, even though it's wrong.
Get Judge Judy in this!
Wasn't
Yeah,
Jillian on
apparently you could
that?
have
She
done,
was.
Wait, after apparently you could have chosen either wait and see or raise an objection at that point.
Fair enough. I feel like I have to struggle as hard as I can just to buy time. So that's
Yeah.
my prerogative. Card Shelley the killer left at the scene. He's the person the police's special investigation teams have been chasing for ages. The person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the killer. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on in the night. Nani?
Right. I will be back.
Manuel!
This time, I was in the hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when the bellboy I saw earlier came out the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now I think about it, he seemed kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much, that's all we need. What? I'm not done. There's still more. Let's first establish the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer, then we shall see. Bellboy came out that room, and if that bellboy really was assassin, I think the answer's obvious. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. This is no laughing matter. The second time!
Yeah, honestly, it's worth it. You gotta break the poor man.
He wants Phoenix to learn his lesson. And around 8, if I went to Matt's room pretty soon after, and then I came back, and I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 by then? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I relate. Neither am I. Just a cross-reference real quick. That's not it. 8:15, time of death. Okay. Checks out. I want a fat roll of cash too, Nem. How could you tell? I think we all want a fat roll of cash. I could go for a fat bread roll.
A fat bread roll that has cash baked into it.
I have conflicting feelings about that.
Apparently there's such thing as like a penny cake where they make coins into birthday cakes for kids.
That
to
sounds poisonous.
Not really.
What? Swallowing copper doesn't sound poisonous?
Not actually pennies, more like quarters and pennies.
Oh
You
good,
don't
nickel
actually swallow
poisoning.
it. Do you know how much fucking copper or nickel you would have to consume to suffer from poisoning?
I didn't think it would be that much actually. I've heard about it before.
Yeah, but your digestive system doesn't actually, like, absorb anything out of the coins. It would have to be, like, the bare metals themselves because of the way the coins are processed.
Fair enough. I guess in that case, it'd be some really hard shits. Because I have no idea what damage...
I know that I've accidentally swallowed a quarter back in the day and it came out just fine.
All quarters are nickelback. Well, I just... have to hit him. I'm kidding. I just like dunking on nickelback because it's funny. I wasn't pushing a cart. I wasn't holding a tray. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? Hold up. Wait. But he wasn't empty. No. No. Try to pull a fast one. Nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. There really, really isn't. You're going fire? You two are not being school children. Bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. I asked the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. You gonna do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? Very well, this court recognizes and grants the fire your mega laser? Kind of strange for bellboy to come out, I guess, from empty-handed. But that just means he was done delivering what he needed. Just holding the tray. Nacho laser. Damn. Bottle of juice and a wine glass. What kind of juice? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. Come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed. Some sort of proof. I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Sounds like another job for the court record. The court record. I'm gonna press this anyways. Just for the spirit of it. Don't be so quick to judge. A Powers family thing is think of every person as a thief? Assassin would be very bad for us. Can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're gonna have to pull some cheap tricks. Hanging out down the street. Oh shit, fuck. My bad. Alright. It's that second to last statement's where I'm gonna need to be. And if we can prove it. Crime photo, check thing. That is the platter there. Maybe it's telling me I need to present that and be like, he just left the platter there. Yes! Mr. Powers.
Yes!
Yes! You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. He's got all the stitches and... So? A baseball has stitches? Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious? This is some real if the glove
Phoenix.
doesn't fit you must acquit bullshit here Phoenix is pulling.
Oh, he's trying. Oh, he's struggling real hard.
Oh,
He's
man.
I
grasping.
glanced over to, are you saying a baseball looks suspicious because it has stitches? What the ever living fuck?
Yeah. Powers was like, but the bellboy looked really suspicious. He had all these stitches on his head. And then Phoenix was like, baseballs have stitches? Do you think all baseballs are suspicious?
That is stupid logic.
Fucking... Homeboy's gotta stretch before he reaches that hard.
Yeah, you're gonna hurt yourself reaching that far if you don't stretch.
If you would look at what is on the top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. Quote that? Oh shit, quote what? What did I say? He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
Well, what?
I don't know. Can you prove Mr. Corrida was already dead at the time? I blame you for leading me down this route.
I think Mem is talking about Phoenix. You better stretch before reaching that hard.
Oh, nah, that's not an original quote.
Alright,
I took
Back
that from a
to
billion
my-
other places.
don't worry about it. Anyway, I'll be back again.
Okay. Isn't there one more thing you'd like to share with us, witness? Bellboy was empty-handed. Or
Anything
should I
about one
say, Juan.
or the bellboy?
I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. What's up with his hands? The bellboy, he was wearing glovos. Pitch black glovos, leather glovos. All the other bellboys didn't wear glovos like that. That's pretty importante. Gotta focus. Can't get lax. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys have gloves. Bellboys wearing black leather ones. So, a football's made of leather? Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather?
You better, I was gonna say, you better freeze on that for a while to let Ollie glance at that.
Oh man. That shit's funny. He received a big roll
God.
of cash. He was leaving the crime scene with black leather gloves. Nah, I'm not gonna quote something just wholesale from the game. It's gotta be something stupid I or someone else in live chat says.
Now that was totally a screenshot worthy, you know?
Fair enough. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room, then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom, and then back to my seat. After leaving the crime scene, went to the defendant's room. Kinda saw it by accident. Some accident. I'd say you saw too much. All of it suspicious to high heaven. Safe to say we can no longer consider the bellboy to be normal. Let's get started, shall we? Yes, Your Honor.
My boy Phoenix over here sweating bullets.
Yeah.
So many bullets that the killer could have used him in his assassination.
Damn. Gotta get that suppressor on first, though, or else everyone in the hotel would have seen it. I mean, heard it. Maybe a poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. I don't think I can...
Shots fired in the general direction of Lana.
Fuck. Lana, no. Does it really matter if he was doing it? And what the bellboy do next? That's all I care about. What did bellboy do next? Gave something to the person inside the... How do you know that? Were you looking in the room? I said hold it. What kind of statement is that? Spying on noodles? Ask about this something. And what was this something? Ha ha ha. If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? This implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. You sure you really can't remember? I think it was something kind of small. That's an incredibly crucial piece of evidence. Try to remember. Come, try to remember. Try to remember the crime scene's previous form. After he gave the person inside the thing... Oh, I just left without even going into the room. Where did the bellboy go after he left Mr. Ungar's room? He opened the door to Viola Hall. Alright. Went in there. And who knows what after that, right? After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at the time? What one thing? There was this jittery alien with a ray gun. I think we can forget about the alien. Just as vague as his first, just a little troublesome. Sure, if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. That just makes it harder on us, doesn't it? Talk about a lose-lose sitch. Talk about lose-lose sitch. I gotta go press him on that second to last one. And the other... Do the other thing. Oh, wait, no. It was the middle one, wasn't it? It, that, boom. I said hold it. Ask about the person inside. You don't know shit for dick, do you? You only saw the person's arm. Only an arm. You're saying you didn't see the person's face? Only an arm. Summarize the testimony up to this point. The bellboy left the crime scene. He immediately went to the defendant's room. There he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was this person's arm. Of course it's importante. It is utmost importante. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. I think it was... no. Add it to your testimony. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. The figurine. Is it this? Gotcha. Pizza. What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where'd the objection come from? Speak up. It was me, Your Honor. I have a feeling that something bad's gonna happen once I show this. If you have something to say, spit it out. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, something you saw. Was it this item? Oh, yeah, that's it. Ask the something. Wow, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Madame Guard's mansion. At the defendant's house. Shit, should I have done something else there?
No, that was what you were supposed to do.
Okay, cool. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Corrida in the room, stole the wooden bear from the scene of the crime. The bear being found at Unguard's mansion would mean... it goes without saying, Mr. Matt Ungard is the killer's client. Figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. Yeah, fair. I have to do something. It has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. There's still a few points left we haven't fully explored. Can't have that. Questionable point would I like to explore further. Interesting. How about the bear itself? It's fairly obvious that the bear itself is questionable. This was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he'd not had a chance to go home. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It's not possible it was Mr. Ungard who took the bear to the mansion. There's no way time-wise for the defendant to have taken the bear home. Whew. Disaster averted. Haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Ungard's mansion. This area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Can't believe it. That butler all this time was to kill her. And Ungard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Ungard's mansion as its butler. Bear figurine was brought back to Ungard mansion by the killer himself. Looked like he was about to be arrested. Ungard had him do so. Because it would have been a bad play. It would have been bad had the police found it during the investigation. trial now. Have to find something else. Panel plan to disclose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powers' testimony. Damn. It's quite a questionable point. What am I trying to pull? Okay, interesting. I guess we'll go with the person who received the bear. It was very unclear. The identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to a person inside the room. As long as we don't know who it was, we can't be sure of... Powers? What's up, Powers? What's up, Powerball? You remember who took the bear? I only saw his arm, but the arm... It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it. You've gotta be kidding! Order! Looks like you dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. Was the Nickel Samurai? As we all know, Mad on Guard is the Nickel Samurai. Okay, so can we spin this to be like, yo, maybe it was Adrian Andrews because she was also in a costume?
Yeah, I mean, she did steal the costume after the murder.
Yeah. That's... I don't want to spin it that way because it's not true, but... Fuck. I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edward stated is the truth. Well, do I? What should I do? Let's raise the objection. There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is the one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now, we have these two reasons to believe my client is the client of the assassin. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found in Ungard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. This is gonna suck. Oh, this is gonna suck. Who do I say is the real client and therefore the real murder? This is gonna suck. Okay, here we go. We already know she tried to frame him by wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume. The Nickel Samurai arm you saw, that could have very well been Miss Andrews. What about Mr. On Guard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony, he was fucking sleeping. A well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell Ungard did it. Can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt on someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's the murder of all things. It's to save Maya, it's to save Maya. If the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Even if She must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? Yeah, the killer did specially bring that bear to him right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? It's like one of my Japanese court cases. Yo, what's up, Shinrika? True killer's
It's
identity.
not Japanese, it's Japanifornian.
Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear doubts against Miss Andrews. It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Hey. Short 10-minute recess. Woo! Time extend.
All I can hear is that stupid sound effect that plays whenever it refills their health bar at the end of unlocking someone's Cyclops.
It was a good idea to hold her hostage, don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto her. I swear this team will pay. Pearls, where's Mia? Real strong power suddenly called her away. It's from Gumshoe. Yo, what's up, Gumshoe? You barely found something to latch onto. What about you? Anything? Still don't have any leads, but damn, we don't have any time. And a single clue would be really helpful. Can't hear Edge's voice sounding like Tim Curry. So we haven't come this far because gotta keep the trail going. Have I just run out of luck this time? A tent? I could see a circus tent. Looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. Got it. I'm locked in a dusty room right now. I can see a circus tent outside the window. Give the Berry Big! Is there a circus in town? It's the Berry Big Circus! Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. Draw a circle around the map about a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry. I can see a mailbox under the window. There's also a mailbox. Anything else? It's a very small window. Couldn't see anything else. Felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. Old office building, good stuff. Okay. Call you later. Don't let your battery die. She's in a pretty bad state. She's being starved. When we get out of this, she's getting all the goddamn burgers she wants for a day. Cameron Clark. Alright, let's go. The killer, man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this one obvious question arises, why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real criminal. The prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you've been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before? Bring the burn! Of course. All the cheeseburgers and chili cheese fries and yeah, definitely. It's only natural the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? What's up with this bear? What's the deal with the bear? This is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. The center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item.
What's the deal with bear-lined food?
Oh! Oh!
I came in just to say that,
Oh!
fuckers.
Oh, by the way, did you see that Phoenix pulled the same bullshit with leather on footballs?
Yes, I did. Oh,
I was trying to ask Ollie.
oh, sorry. Oh, that one hurt. Oh, that one hurt. Alright, let's keep going. Because the complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So this figurine suffer like G did. Yogi Bear intensifies. Looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Superb craftsmanship. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I don't know why I decided to make the judge do that for a second. Really was something to the bear after all. It's an elaborate puzzle. Hold it! Looks like an ordinary figurine. To people who don't know, I'm sure they'd never guess this was a puzzle. What kind of puzzle is this exactly? If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. Whoops! Hold it! So you can take it apart. How would one go about doing that? You first turn its tail to the right, and then push it in. After that, the arms and legs are free to move around. The judge loves it. It's like he's 5 all over. Oh, he loves it. He's just like, yeah. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost. What'd you find after you take the puzzle apart? Its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. How do you know about this? I was the one who bought it. Damn.
Meanwhile, the judge is still playing with the fucking teddy bear.
Swiss Teddy. You know what? Let him play. It's buying us time. Bear for Smash Bros. Win. We already got Banjo. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. Meanwhile, the judge is still playing with that Swiss bear. Sure. It's a souvenir from Switzerland.
It's gonna be the new quote 36, quote 42.
Christ. This looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get what was inside. It can never be the same again once it's broken. You really can't tell it's a small jewelry box just like looking at it. Who else knows? I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you knew. Of course, that means Mr. Ungard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm gonna get for now. Figurine updated. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize. There's one very important fact we've uncovered, and that is this. The bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we've agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What's inside? What's in the box? What's in the box? You're the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews and how she solves the puzzle, takes the bear apart. Is this what you wanted? A note. I don't think we need to guess at what this is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. Left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste. Box. Until now, no one knows the whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. Seems Celeste Impacts had very beautiful handwriting, and just as beautifully signed her own name. It's most definitely the note left right after committing suicide. Okay. So, I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere. It had already been taken by the killer. Things going as had been found. It's the next logical question. What's written on the note? I believe it's only appropriate the contents of the note be made known. Can't stop you, can I? So let's just get my hands on it. I was gonna burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could read the contents of the note aloud. Judge's voice rang loud and clear through the dead silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impacts left us a record of all that happened to her, being used and thrown away by Ungard, being engaged to Corrida, and Ungard's role in destroying that, how she decided in her despair to end it all. And that's all she wrote. There's one thing I'd like to say here. Prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ungard. Our intention is to establish a motive for murder. And if the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. Yes! In fact, I actually kind of have that planned. That will be Metal Gear March. The name was so good when Maddie and I thought of it. I think Maddie was the one that thought of it, actually. And the name was so good that I couldn't pass it up. Yeah, I plan on scheduling out a whole month to do Metal Gear Marathon. Yes, that is a thing that I would definitely like to happen. And March is also my birth month, so it'll be a nice treat to me. So look forward to that in 3 months. Oh my god.
It's a special way for me to say happy birthday to me.
Exactly. I'll just hide in a box. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. At Ungard's values all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost! Oh. This time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible, what a selfless person. Loyalty to the end. Slime balls. Oh, that's fucking rough. There is no margin for doubt here. Mr. DeKiller's client, his goal was to obtain the note. The only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget the bear with the note inside was found in the defendant's house. Defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you have to do. This is gonna suck so bad. Figurine, a note. Find a way out of this situation through one of those. Phoenix, hurry. I'm gonna go for the figurine. My main logic being, how would either of them have known that that note was in that figurine to begin with if the only people who talked about it were Juan and Adrian's? I know it can be explained possibly via the spy camera, but I'm hoping that this will be enough to at least buy time or sow doubt.
Well, either one of the options would have worked.
Assassin that took from the crime scene after murdering Mr. Corrida at the request of his client, of course. I don't think it's possible that Mr. DeKiller's client was Matt. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. You can't tell just by looking at it this bear's really a jewelry box. Chances that Matt Ungard thought the note was in this bear are 0 to none. I did think of it that way, as I thought it was rather strange. There's no reason why Mr. Ungard would even want a jewelry box like this. This is gonna suck real bad. Oh, this is gonna suck real bad. Because, of course, that means... I think he believes differently. Ooh, with the bow. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. The defense seems to be in love with wishing more to spare on itself. They managed to get Metal Gear 4 working on pt7?
The PlayStation 3 emulator.
Oh! You don't have to worry about that because I have an Elgato and I have the ability to stream straight through my PS3. So, I have that covered. In fact, I have both of these. We got the HD collection, which has 2, 3, and Peace Walker, and I've got 4, and I have 1 on my PS3, and I have 5 on my PC. And I don't really plan on doing portable ops. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do Peace Walker. I might. That's gonna be something I still have to think about. Small video camera. Yep, okay. Oh, I called it. I knew that it could be explained this way. That said, maybe I can counter and, Victim Korea was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Ungard. Order! Don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Sorta. But yeah, I've got pretty much all of that covered, Rika. But I have the camera that was stuffed in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. Mr. Wright, defendant fingerprints were found on this camera. Those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? This is the end. It's fairly obvious Mr. Ungard learned of the suicide note through this, watching the victim all along. He can't be good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Does that mean a bad killer guy? Just stop. Don't look at him. He's sweating. It's just so nasty. Have you figured out what you're gonna do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? Seems like Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on the case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot a very important thing. A piece of evidence you really should investigate. I really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded, and not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. So, is she perhaps talking about the fact that those cameras were only on for an hour at a time?
No, there's something else.
I have to do something.
Think of what just came up.
Set to record the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour. Was running at the time of murder. Footage taken I haven't decided, Rika. I might put it up to a poll when it gets nearer to March, to be honest. I've actually...
Well, I mean, more in terms of what you've obtained recently, not what it just came up in terms of conversation. Sorry, that was not clear. That was my fault.
Fair enough. It's just your imagination, Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth. This is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Freaking Phoenix!
Way to just quote me out.
That's the second time he's done that.
You're leaning too heavily.
I mean, your hint leads me to this, but I'm not piecing it together. Let's go.
Evil after you present it.
Sure, this suicide note was found in the bear, but this bear was in my possession until a few moments ago, which means the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed. Huh. Shit hasn't even been remotely confirmed. I thought that was a foregone conclusion already, to be honest. Sanders, you were the one who tried to pin the murder on guard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it in there? Okay, that's fair. I could have probably... Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough, I'll take that. This is a fake. The witness is the only person who could have made it. Recall the witness's testimony concerning the figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. There goes another pair of glasses. Miss Sanders, you wrote this note, didn't you? Frame it.
That's a 7, I think?
Maybe. If you're gonna pronounce this suicide note a fake, show me this court some evidence to support your theory. You were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you. Can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? That handwriting's yet to be analyzed. It seems that yet again we've reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good. The judge is gonna carry this trial over one more day. I don't think my physical will be able to make it another day. Didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. Both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis, my butt. It's just a lawyer trying to buy more time. You damn right it is! I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty, 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 guilty! Please. Please, for the love of God, let me take this call right here, right now. You're gonna see me 180 so fucking hard, you're all gonna get goddamn whiplash. No. What about Maya? What about Maya? What about Maya? What about Maya? Damn it! Worse than ECW crowd. And guard sucks. And guard sucks. Guard sucks. Guard sucks. They're calling for his head. What is it? Let you talk to Edgeworth. Would you please get a hold of yourself? I'm about to end today's proceeding. Take your phone calls after. No, I have to take them right now! Edgeworth, catch! Take that! Woo! That was awesome. Reluctant to do this, however, appears I have no choice but to suspend proceedings. Oh? Edgeworth? Another 30 minutes of your honor's time. We can perform the necessary tests on the piece of evidence in that time. I believe we can. Wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes! Please. That's all I'm asking. We're both begging you here. Come on. The prosecution's request the court will take a 30-minute recess. Be advised I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. Stand Master Phoenix stand named telephone. Seems like this is the work of an enemy stand. He got away again. 30 minutes, we can't find her in that time. Shit. If only court was this exciting in real life. Report! We don't have time, spit it out. Just missed them. The killer left a few things behind and by accident get in a rush. Can we use any of them as evidence? Thought you'd ask. I got the things he left with me right now. Way over! We don't have time to wait for those guys. We gotta fucking go. I swiped the stuff. Get the stuff. I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. Oh, I'm really sorry, sir, but I gotta put the law on hold for now. You beautiful bastard. Hunk of junk, 20 minutes? Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. I'm on a mission, no one can stop me now! Pull, don't, okay, maybe don't run the red lights. There's something among them and I'll be decisive enough to end this. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, Gumshoe, you fucking idiot. You got into a crash, didn't you? Oh.
Yeah, we got you way left looking around because, we having a bad time.
Maybe we can find out where he is. We stand a chance. Exactly where he is at this moment.
Yes, there is! You need to remember something.
What?
Wherever Gumshoe was, there was a certain person that was somehow always able to find him, regardless of where he was.
But Edgeworth said there was no radio.
the bug that Franziska planted on him.
That was a bug. We don't have his sweeper.
No. Present Franziska's profile. She can find him.
Gotcha. Oh, wait, I have to select. There's a way. We're gonna have to get all the warriors in on this. Get in contact with her. She's all we've got. Does she even want to help? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client's guilty, but what I'm doing now, pinning the guilt on someone innocent, using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not can only be seen after the verdict's been decided. This prosecutor.
Cry some more.
Phone call for you? Extremely urgent. Probably finished with the handwriting analysis. Have to go take the call. In the meantime, thank God about what I must do. Oh, don't stop me now, 'cause I'm having a bad time. Having a bad time.
Please stop me now.
Please stop me now.
Because I'm having a bad time. Having a bad time.
Oh, we're back in now, huh? Already. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. We're both a little... It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with... Something unexpected just happened to him. Tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Mr. Impact's suicide note. Yes, unfortunately, we discovered the suicide note. Okay, this can mean one of two things. Either one, Andrews actually did forge it, or two, Edgeworth is fucking lying for us. This note was not written by Miss Edgeworth? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis, however. It appears the handwriting matches that of the victim, Juan Corrida. Suicide note is indeed a fake. Couldn't have known that. The facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption it was real, he applied to possess it. No idea the suicide note was a fake. I have to do something. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, it's impossible for Mr. Arngard to not have known. Maybe the picture? He would have recognized her handwriting? Because they were close?
You know what? I'm actually kind of confused because... oh, wait. There's... Wait. The spy camera, the transmitter.
Damn, Edgeworth, that was a hell of a burn. Spy camera.
I think when it takes the bar off the screen just
Right?
to try and make it safe.
Right? It's a video camera. A very small one, but... You kids and your fancy toys nowadays. So is the idea that the camera would have caught him writing it? would have known that the victim had forged the note. And the defendant knew the suicide note wasn't fake. That's true, the situation suddenly changed in a dramatic way. Prosecution's theory to what Mr. Ungard's motive for murder was suddenly disappears into thin air. It's not as if Mr. Ungard monitored Cora's room 20... Correa? Victim wrote that note in a place... Corrida. Jesus Christ.
Juan Corrida.
Juan Corrida. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? This time it's you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Came down to this after all. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what's next? If the prosecution can't prove the motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. The prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. However, this witness is a little unusual. This witness is one who perfectly fit to answer, once and for all, the questions of who was it that hired Shelley to kill her to commit murder. No such person exists who can answer that question with certainty. It's the man himself, Mr. Shelley to kill her. What? You mean the killer? I mean, the assassin. He's coming here, to the witness stand. Oh, yes, in a manner of speaking. Recognize this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Yeah? Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. Defense has no objections, Your Honor. Prosecution calls our witness to the stand. Is there no other way left for us? Witness. Your name and your occupation. Okay, this is unconventional. I'm a professional assassin. How can you remain so calm? What is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. DeKiller will testify to this court. What the fuck? This will not do. I can't allow this in my court. We can't even be sure this really is DeKiller himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof you were in fact Shelley DeKiller. Please wait a second. Maya's voice. Defense has no objections to this person. That's Shelley, alright. I thought it was John Cena! No. John Cena would never be this sneaky. Let's confirm before we speak of anything else. At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida, is that correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Now that we've answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. Just a bad dream. That's it. A bad dream. What's he gonna say about my client? Something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on the witness stand. It is my wish to you that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Seems to be a very clever man. I almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Mr. DeKiller is only stating the truth. He's no hypocrite. He's always stood by this one belief. Trust between his client and himself thing. Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. You ready to cross-examine? There's no way to know what's coming next. Stay cool and collected. Oh boy. Something I must first state. Hold it! Before you state it! I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. This is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Go on. This is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. It's only because you don't know about my situation. Trust between you and your client. Provide my services in a fast and effective manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. It's the first time one of my clients has been accused of murder. Gotta preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. Couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It's never happened before, but if it ever did, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough. Well, it was only a hypothetical anyway. And this is the reason I am here to stand today. It seems a little strange to me.
So, just a question. Do you remember what Matt said about his relationship with the killer?
Not really.
That he used the spy camera to record the killer in the act.
Right,
as
the
a
insurance. Has already... Oh, this client's already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. The person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves, and this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? What the fuck? I understand. So, time to do thing. Cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. That egomaniacal. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff, just tell us the name already. It's important to try and understand his mindset. Steadfast and closed. You have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. So, does that mean I present the spy camera?
No. Keep that in your pocket, for now.
Okay.
Because, the killer's gonna try and pull a fast one here. I'm not gonna say anything more than that, but, it's pulling that bullshit where you have to press on something, press on another thing, and then backtrack to press on that other thing again. So you gotta go back to the second statement and press it again. So it's the second one that you gotta press again.
Got it. The trust between you and your client. Services in a fast and efficient manner. I trust that my clients are discreet about... Oh, that makes sense. We know about what he said in the third thing, but... So now we can come back here and be like, yo. The person who frames another is the worst kind of human. That's why you feel you can betray this person. I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. Can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. Made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we're ready. Excellent. Stand. Now then, I do believe it's about time I revealed the name of my client. don't you agree? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. Witness, what's the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is...
I told you the killer was gonna pull a fast one.
That's not who you told me it was earlier! Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is a true interest. Phone earlier. Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. In order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. This is outrageous! I was deceived! This witness is telling a very serious lie. Shelley the Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is mad on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. All of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this. But at what cost? Failed to provide a motive and has instead...
Everything. It cost everything.
The suicide note, forgery created by the victim, possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. Heard it from the assassin himself. Bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. The reason Celeste died, Han's death, was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. Testimony just now. To believe me, it's horrible, horrible. There's quite a bit of evidence that
I'm sure you know what you have to do. You gotta do the right thing.
come through for me, Gumshoe. If I let her be convicted, I'm no better than him. He could have gotten on guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Not only that, I'd be betraying Maya's trust too.
She told you, if you get that honorless slime ball a not guilty verdict, she would never let you live it down.
I'm not done yet. See through the witnesses' lies and find the truth. That's my job. There's still more evidence to look at. Sure, once the pieces arrive here in this courtroom, a miracle will occur. Oh boy.
So how's that heart rate? I can tell from increased rate of breathing that
Yeah.
it's probably up there.
I'd like you to hear everything you know about this case. If you don't mind, testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. Did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. Even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. It's not. For the 5th time now? We still have the cross-examination to do. You don't need a question. You don't need a questimony like this. Fuck. I'm gonna questimony this. Nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that so beneficial testimony, I suppose. Judge doesn't even know. Judge doesn't even understand what's going on anymore. You don't get it. Adrian Andrews is my client. By pressing the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end, but I have to do something to waste more time. Without requesting a hit. How much is your fee? I see you're also quite dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No, no, no! You wanted me dead, Tony! No! No, Judge! No, stop! Oh god. Oh god. Instant bad end.
I mean, there is a bad ending, but that's definitely not it.
Yeah. Can't overlook his tampering with the scene of the crime. I would think most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Yeah. Change in occupation might be good for you. However, I'll say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. DeKiller. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt. Did it to frame another for the crime. talking about the button and the knife. And your business card. Right. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. Disregard everything to go and stab the deceased with a knife and even hide my card. That's something I can't overlook. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. You're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing. Correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. You should use my services, Mr. Attorney. I should suggest you plan for your alibi. I'm not. I already told you I have no intention of using your services. Why do they keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Alright.
Because the judge thinks you want him dead.
From before my client visited the room, all my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. I'll keep that statement in mind. There are a couple of hints that that's what I should be aiming for. Fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. Why would someone request a murder to go to the crime scene anyway? I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Ungard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? That's not possible. My job is to kill, that's all. And to leave my business card behind naturally. Business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to you to take your fall. Broken rooms. And that's all you have to testify. I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. How would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? No thanks! I'm fine, really. Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. Expose the lies. Alright. So
there's something to present on the fifth statement. The fifth statement is that Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carrera was dead.
right. That was the one where everyone was like, that's odd. That was pretty clearly indicated. Now then, give me a sec. Don't give me any other hints. I'm gonna try doing it myself for now. Already knew from the very beginning Juan Corrida was dead. I feel like it has to do with the spy camera and transmitter somehow, but I don't know how. Let's see. She was in the room. In this theory. Hang on a minute. I knew from the very beginning how can I disprove that? What proof would there be for her to not have Is it the wine glass? Because...
Ding, ding, ding! We have
Yeah.
a winner.
Because she stated she didn't know, so she poured him a wine glass. Yes! When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea Juan Corrida had been murdered. In this wine glass, Mr. De Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why the glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. Which is part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan. It's not possible, Your Honor. The glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had it been planned, they would never have left the fingerprints behind. Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to act about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyways, correct? I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, your client should have knowledge of the death. If not, then what the fuck, though? How strange. Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? The Killers figures out what we're up to. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Now it's your turn to do contradictions. Very well. I have to buy us more time. Oh god, this tightrope I'm walking. Very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Request came to me, about a week ago. Request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. Met at a certain bar, discussed and finalized a few matters. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. You physically met your client, huh? Correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. Cross-examination.
You know, I'm honestly surprised that it's not Edgeworth doing the cross-examining here. That's typically how it would work in actual court of law.
It would make more sense.
Not just the defense that, it's not just the defense that does cross-examinations, although they do the majority of it.
Yeah.
Because it is possible for someone to be a witness for the defense. So, prosecutors do cross-examine those witnesses.
Yeah. There's a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. Did you ask why on the specific night? No. I try to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request, but as for why, I only had my suspicions. Gotta press further. What are these suspicions you had? Why'd your client request that night? I hope there's a game where you play Edgeworth. I believe there is. I believe there's 2 of them. I could be wrong, because I haven't played them. I just assume by the name.
Yep, Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations, and Yakutin Kenji 2, which is Ace Attorney Investigations 2, which was never released in the West, so it got a fan patch instead.
Yep. And I will be playing both of them. Bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. Must be talking about this bear puzzle. Indeed, that figurine was a suicide note. The victim brought it with him to his hotel, planning to publicly disclose its contents, after all. If I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. The importance? There was a lot of bears there. This client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Why is everyone so quiet? I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Continue with your testimony. Okay. That's cool.
At least didn't penalize you for it.
Yeah. You physically met Adrian Andrews then. Of course I did. What was the brief pause? Press harder, boy! I'd like you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken a request by telephone or mail. I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish this is to speak to them while looking them in the eye. Oh, Mr. Wright? Is the testimony of any importance? It was very important! Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder. It's unlikely he's mistaken. The client really was Adrian Andrews. Ah, guess so. It's just as I said. I'm so lost. Who am I supposed to be helping here? Nah, that was fine. That was fine. We bought we bought the Killer Trust. So much of this is about trust. The client was Adrian Andrews. Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. Draw more information, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw somewhere.
Oh! Okay, sorry, I was reading the guide, and that one was actually a little tricky. Yeah. So, it is stating 3 for sure, but it's not what you'd think it would be. So when you said it was important, it actually wasn't.
Oh, interesting.
But that is... Oh, no. Like, sorry, press further, and then when they asked if it was important, say it wasn't.
Fair enough. Yeah, that would have been pretty... Yeah, there's no way I would have gotten that myself. Appreciate the chime in that time. Yo, what's up, thinking?
Yeah, I was looking at that, and I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Please stop sidestepping my questions. Did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face. He thinks Adrian's a he. Oh, you son of a bitch, I got you now. Was that testimony of any importance? That was very important. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now is of the utmost importance. I had a friend back in school named Adrian, and he was a he.
Well, Adrian is actually a gender-neutral name.
Yeah,
these days, so
like
it's not
like
surprising.
Skylar or Alex. I can trust this person as a client. So, does it want me to present her profile?
Obviously.
Yeah, figured. Just wanted to confirm before I accidentally wasted time. I was like,
Can you imagine if this came out in the time of really shoddy translation, and that could have literally just been a translation error?
God, I mean, with murder mystery like this, you have to be precise with your translation.
I mean, there's still a couple of small mistakes, but at least they don't get in the way of solving shit.
Yeah. Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but you just lost. Shelley the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up about her. So what is the issue? Huh? What did did you say just now? About her. If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you she was... Oh, there it goes. That box is dead. What was the meaning of this? Testify the following. He always meets face-to-face with his clients with taking their requests. But he's never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yep. That's exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKiller's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Oh, he's sweating oil! Or battery acid or something! Oh, he's quivering. He's quivering. This is kind of gross. Yeah, you're right. Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous
I mean,
name.
there's only so much that you can do for expression coming out of a fucking two-way radio.
It's true. No, I like it. Don't get me wrong. It's gross, but it's also hilarious. He simply picked the wrong gender to go with. I can't believe that
No,
Shelly just...
killer. You could have always gone with good old gender-neutral pronouns.
Yep. But instead, Shelly had to assume Adrian's gender. Can't believe
God,
it.
this is what, 2017, and we're assuming people's genders? Come on.
Tisk tisk. I must have mixed this up with another client. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yeah, of course.
Again, I looked over. Is that thing sweating like oil?
Something. Could be oil, could be battery acid. I don't fucking know.
You're
Also,
honestly,
I have adopted another
honestly, Ollie,
child.
you are missing out, Ollie. This shit's getting real.
Am I? Because I've only known Alisa like 5 minutes, and if anything happened to her, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Yeah, but chances are you're not going to be getting to this part in Ace Attorney again anytime soon. At least you own Final Fantasy XIV. Just do it whenever the hell you want.
Yeah. I have been watching this at the same time, though.
Fair enough.
I just can't respond to you guys and pay attention to both at the same time.
Makes
You know?
sense. And even if you aren't, it's still good for me to have another person whose screen is displaying this. It helps the viewer count, which in turn helps me maintain my affiliate status.
Joke's on you, I'm always watching.
Cool. Request for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other sort of things. When I saw the...
Somebody's watching me.
Thank you for the host, Nem.
Yummy.
At the end of my letter, I thought my client to be a man. But you said you never took them by letter, and you always did it face to face. He's definitely big dick lying. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I can't make him suspicious. I think we're okay. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Alright, Edgeworth, let's spar. Took that request by mail. Didn't you say you always meet your clients? Yeah, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. No, I did not. Oh, come on now, let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. You're a lawyer, so behave yourself.
No.
Do I have any proof that Mr. DeKiller met with his client?
Do you?
Maddie, do I?
No.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Sometimes I really appreciate just knowing if the possibility is there or not, and then going forth and trying myself for a bit. Damn, the nature of right and wrong. Nice one, Edgeworth. Why couldn't you meet certain clients? Recently, I've been receiving more requests. Oof, I'm backed up! On top of which, the times have changed. It's now the age of information and computers. I've joined the Times, now take requests via electronic mail. Do you
Ooh,
mail
electronic
that
mail.
in a special insulated envelope? Judge, my Nana knows what
Judge.
email is.
Oh,
My great-grandma
said.
knows what email is.
I can't beat that claim. None of mine.
I mean, yeah, these games were written in 2001, but they're supposed to take place in 2017. God damn.
Emails
my
have been
grandma
things
can
since the
text.
90s.
Yeah, they weren't as commonplace back then, though. Like
Questions?
early 2000s, it was still kind of understandable for not everyone to know what an email was or even how
Yeah.
to use it.
Especially older.
Yeah, that's fair. The judge is 90. Bite. A few other things and nothing to do with the case.
I don't think I knew what emails was in 2001.
It's mad.
So wait, which statement did you press? Was it the one that said the request for the murder of Longfried and 2 other small things?
Yeah, I'm thinking let it go. Just because the game seems to be heavily hinting that way.
No.
No?
Press further.
Really?
That's
Okay.
what it says.
Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder why it's pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you're planning to betray your own client? I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one... Shouldn't press my luck. I have to think, is this worth pursuing? Oh god.
Let's see.
Like, this seems to be let it go
Yes.
time. Yeah?
No, it says press further.
Okay.
It says, and I quote, "The killer will smell the stench of backstabber as he suspects you are betraying your client. Press further again."
Tell us what these other jobs you client requested was. If it is truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. After the assassination of the target, I was taught to find that figurine. This job was just as important as the actual killing. Where was that figurine? Inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase. Interesting. Handed it over to my client right away. Include what you just stated in the testimony. Find the bear figurine, give it to Adrian Andrews. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So, is the idea then to say, how could you not have known that she was a woman if you handed the figurine to her?
No, but that is a good line of logic to follow, and I don't know why the game didn't go that way.
Fair enough. Huh.
But,
I'll press this.
Because Phoenix has one brain cell named Justice.
well, no, I mean, technically, Andrews could have been wearing the Nickel Samurai suit at the time, so he might not have noticed. So
I
that
guess
might
that's
be where
fair.
Dave's logic is coming from.
That's fair.
Yeah, that is true.
No objections?
Saying it won't be extremely dangerous. Mr. Wright has no problems. Witness, continue. Alright, time to keep pressing! You're saying that you never saw your client's face, not even once? I want to give my client that figurine. Oh, okay. Andrews was wearing a mask at the time. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I was right. Just so you know, the fishy statement is the one that was added to the court record.
Yeah,
so.
it always is. Is that a mask or not? Can I tell?
Yeah, it is a mask,
Okay.
so you got no problems.
Yeah. Something we just said. It'd be real bad if I do something and made it mad over something trivial.
Oh wait, I think I know what you were thinking. Missed my amazing bear pun earlier. What's that?
Wait, what?
My bear pun.
Don't worry about it, Ollie. He did react to it.
No, the I know what you're thinking guy.
I don't know. Whatever.
Alright, Juan when the bear figurine gave it to Adrian Andrews. That's the fishy one. Alright.
Yeah.
Let me think for a sec.
So, yeah.
Find the bear figurine.
Do some remembering.
Andrews. Find the bear figurine.
Maybe check the figurine for a hint, because I can't remember if there's something listed on it.
Only Corey and Andrews knows how to open it. No, that would only... Unless... Is
Think
the
about
idea
what
that...
Adrian plans to do once she got her hands on it.
Hang on. Mia mentioned at the end there that the problem now is we're close to breaking this guy's whole testimony. Is the idea that I'm supposed to affirm this guy's testimony now and walk the tightrope more?
No, but we are getting close to the end, so just bear with it. No! No! Intentional! No!
Grin and bearing!
Hold it! Objection!
What's the deal with bearline food?
No, don't do it again. You did
Yes.
it once, and you didn't once, and it was fine. It was magical, Ollie.
It was.
Doing it again robs it of its magic. Just
That's
let
what I
a
do.
good thing be. You fool.
I live to ruin the magic.
Okay.
Guilty.
Anyway, we're very close.
One of these was to find the bear food
So-
and give it to Adrian.
We need you to break this testimony.
We need to break the testimony. Okay. Client to be a man. Please find the bear. Murder, two or three other small things. Find the bear. Give it to Adrian Andrews. How do I disprove this? How do I prove that that was the one that was there? Forged note? Is the idea that because Adrian Andrews was freely able to walk into Juan's room, why would she have needed him to get the bear if she knew where it was anyways?
No. Yeah. That said, you
It was in the
should
guitar
think back to
case.
what Andrew said. You should think back to what Andrew said she was going to do once she got her hands on the suicide note.
Burn it.
Which
Okay.
means that if
No, go on, Maddie. I'm still not piecing it.
so, which means that if the killer had really given the bear to Andrews,
She would have burned it.
that note wouldn't exist.
That note wouldn't exist. Okay, that makes sense. Do I present
See?
the note then?
So you can present either the bear or the note.
Got it. That makes sense. If you'd really given the bear to Miss Andrews, this item shouldn't have been inside it. Let's see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Love the judge.
If even for a single minute this bear had actually been in her hands, she would have taken the suicide note and burned it. By the very fact this suicide note was still inside the bear, tells us your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh, it's broken.
Oh, you broke it. Why'd you do that? Now he can't testify no more.
That's right. I'm sure I mentioned this before, how I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something. You must wish to break your end of the agreement. It's not... Don't. Hold it. No, no, no. No, 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 no. I didn't understand the witness's outburst just now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? If we keep this up... Prosecution, What's come over everyone? The prosecution rests. There's no further questions. What you judges like what? Never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution failed to uphold its stance. If that's the case, even though I'm reluctant, I must believe Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt Ungard, would be declared innocent. In his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Yeah, Edgeworth, I feel it too. This whole court needs vacation.
Agreed.
The Omega Judge. To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, based on the charge of murder, it would appear you're innocent. Guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. You were atrocious as a lawyer, weren't you? Giving your client away like that. That refreshing like a spring breeze crap is just as atrocious, don't you agree? Get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Better get Ungard a guilty sentence, okay? If I say he's innocent, Sanders will be charged just murder. After all, my lawyer's gonna say what I want, aren't you? I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Matt Ungard is... I hope I make you proud, Maya. Let's do this, motherfucker, in.
For Maya.
Yeah, we have the spy stuff, but their locations moved too many times for it to be relevant. We can't trace it back.
Objection!
Never in my life did I think I'd be happy to see you.
Note that she has her own version of the Great Revival theme.
I think it's the same one, actually. Pretty sure it's the same track.
It's actually, it's pitched up with different instruments.
Oh, okay. Their evidence here is in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy, is fine, his injuries are minor. All the items are in this. My waifu, she made it in them. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags everywhere. All for what's inside this coat. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. I don't believe any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. It's our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. Request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right. This one obvious rule applies here. If those items don't bring up any new points, then they won't be accepted by the court. Pieces of evidence or items left by the killer during his escape with the police. Total of 3 pieces. Combo breaker! Well done, both of you. Something that'll turn this whole situation around like a miracle. Pistol. Killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? I mean, I assume if I question for details, I'll... Is this the only... Do I only get one question?
No, you could question all of them, but not all of them are relevant.
Okay. You need to perform a ballistics test. Can't say anything for certain. I believe it's something to do with the case. At least to you. Okay. It's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it? Kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. Pistol used to shoot her. It's probably not gonna help us very much. Alright. Videotape. The killer took that from Vanguard Mansion. Have you checked the contents? No time. I would speculate the tape is very important. He came back to his hideout for it. Looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of his officers at the site. Whoa. Looks like they managed to protect it. Surely the killer's no ordinary man. Last piece is the bellboy's uniform. Uniform from the Gatewater Hotel. Was that used during the crime? Almost certain it was. Even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about the uniform. There's a button missing on the uniform. It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Circumstances, these items would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing, it's who's the client. And these 3 items don't tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Von Karma. Hold it! Damn it! Videotape's cursed. It contains smallpox.
No, it has the ring in it.
The ring virus. It already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Yeah, make that miracle happen. We gotta call Bern Castell. Get her on the line! Quick! From the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Yeah, I knew you were, Rika. I knew you'd at least be thinking it. Always wants his client's wishes first. Vanguard wishes himself to be convicted. He'll let his hostages go. Second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Vanguard. If the killer were to no longer think of Vanguard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Ha!
So now, I think you might know, but I need to ask. Do you know what you're supposed to do now?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the videotape. The videotape is what Ungard would refer to as his insurance. Which would mean that the trust between Ungard and the killer would be severed. He would have no reason to think of him as his client anymore. Think things through from the other side. You might even say, flip the chessboard.
It brings a tear to my eye.
It's the case, then who does
Alright.
need it?
So sadly, I do have to go for good this time because I have to watch my grandpa tomorrow morning.
Fair
and
enough.
I need a shower.
Well, there's literally like maybe 2 minutes left to this. You're gonna want to at least see the ending. It's pretty satisfying.
Alright. I'll see the ending, but then I gotta go shower and go to bed.
Truth, maybe what'll bring about the miracle in the end. Now then, that's my verdict. Well, you'll respectfully sit back and listen, kids. Objection. Already told you, Mr. Wright, the court doesn't need any more evidence. I'm not saying it's us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Show the evidence to him. Yeah. Check it. For you to ask with such passion. One chance. He's the right person. It's impossible to turn the situation around in one try. One try. That's all I'll permit. Everything that's happened up to this point must be a way to save Maya while taking Ungard down at the same time. Playing 4D desk chess while the judge can't figure out checkers. Alright. Here it is. Video tape. Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I thought I was asking for the profile first. Whew. Sorry. My bad.
Or what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person? Wait, I'm confused.
Oh, no, you did fuck up.
I did fuck up?
You fucked up. It was asking who to show the evidence to, and you picked the videotape.
I can't go back.
Where was your last save state?
I don't know. I'm gonna flip-flop it for fun!
Oh, you're gonna see the bad ending.
Huh. Well, I guess we're gonna have a look at the bad ending tonight, and, well, I mean, I shouldn't say it like that, but, we're gonna have a look at the bad ending, then we're gonna, load state, and we'll do it for real this time. Miracles ain't free will, look at delivery girl, make your own damn miracle. Right, though. Just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom, and wandered the streets alone. Consider this a showcase. I never saw Maya again. The killer's a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. Heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant
Nope,
to.
the miracle never happened. There was no D. That was the misspelling.
Oh, really? The miracle never happened. The miracle never happened. The end.
Yeah, well, welcome to the bad end and the eternal joke in the Ace Attorney franchise that is The Miracle Never Happened.
Reverse time! Alright.
That's not a rewind one.
Still, a record scratch could lead into a rewind.
Excuse me,
Yeah, so like I
while
said,
I go unlimited. Yeah! Fast forward, baby! Go, 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 go. So do I just need to grab the videotape? Is that all I'll need?
I mean, I would just question all of them and see if it doesn't really
Just to be
say
safe.
anything
Fair
specific
enough.
on it.
We're going. We're cruising. We're cruising, y'all. We're doing it. We're cruising. Big cruising.
Cruising USA.
Cruising USA. I think that's a game.
Yeah, Cruising USA is a game for the Nintendo 64 alongside Cruising World.
Yeah. Yeah, we played it together, didn't we, Maddie?
We did, and it didn't turn out so well.
Oh.
It was one of those, it was better at the time kind of games.
Yeah. I still need to grab Jet Moto from my mom's place and determine whether it really was as bad as it seemed or if it was just the emulation fucking up. Because I have a weird feeling that it was just the emulation fucking up. But I need to be a Hyundai. I need to be a Hyundai. So actually, I would need to show the videotape to the killer, wouldn't I?
Yeah, so you need to choose the killer first.
The killer,
and
then the
choose the
videotape.
tape.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we can probably go back to normal speed now, just so that we don't overshoot anything by accident.
Almost. Alright, here we go. Time normal. State saved. Who would you like to show the evidence to? Shelly the killer. What piece of evidence would I like to show this person? Roll them the tape.
Roll the clip!
I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, bring in the transceiver from earlier. She's okay, right? Don't need to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial. If I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? I mean, maybe he'll just be able to hear it.
Or at the very least, note of the fact that it even exists.
Yeah.
Which in itself would
Yeah.
not.
I heard you
Okay.
injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. Most regrettable. It was an order from my client. Streaming it. Thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by that client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you're on this tape. There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Quiet and listen, Your Honor. Sit down and shut up. Your
Yes, sir.
client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did he film the crime scene? A reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason. I mean, it's blackmail, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your client once told me something very interesting, talking about you, and this is what they said. I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come on now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yeah, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. The client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? Ooh, making you sweats. Ooh, making you breaks. Ooh, making you steam. Looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yeah, by a natural. That's the kind of person they are. A client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That's the true nature of your client. One question for the witness. You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony, that you detest traitors most of all. Yeah, that's right. What if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? It's obvious. I'd break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. Holy shit, this guy. Is this the definition of lawful evil?
Yes.
So, yeah, he has a creed. He follows it to a T.
To a T.
Like,
So not only did you just break the killer's contract, but you were going to make Unguard plead on bended knee for a
Wow.
guilty verdict.
I didn't. Oh. Oh, man. I will now return to you your precious item. I'm not an item! Oh, hi, Beatrice. I never thought I'd see you again. Oh, thank goodness.
oh,
Well, Mr. Elgato, Eldritch. I've actually forgotten it. Unguard, what the fuck? Holy shit. I just completely spaced his name. She always has you in her sights. I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Yeah. Guess where you're gonna be most well protected? Behind bars, fucker. One final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you'd understand what I mean if you watched this video. Whoo, yeah, help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? Finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for now.
You honestly can plead whichever way. It
That's
doesn't matter.
funny. That's funny. Nah,
Because no matter what happens, Onguard will beg for his life.
for once, let's be a straight shooter here, huh? I think this is fine.
This is fun.
Even though I'm a lawyer, I can't make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. My wonderful self, guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You done fucked! Oh!
Oh,
Okay. Refreshing as a spring breeze. How's Matt? Left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. Damn right you did! Getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now. Maybe I sentenced him to a fate worse than death. I don't make trial was the first time I'd stood on the witness stand, and when I did, I really did feel hopeless. Must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. Guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. After that, I was alone at the detention center. It's the first time I really saw myself in who I am. Today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I'd finally been saved. Huh. First time I've ever seen her smile.
I believe that it is okay for all to retreat and go to bed because basically after this it's just all reunions and happy.
I might listen.
Like, I know you're into it, I'm just not sure. if
No,
always,
no,
you
it's
know,
fine,
looking
it's
at-
fine. I'm just saying I might fucking cry in a minute.
oh, I gotta be here
That
for
was
that.
Cause I'm
Um,
even thinking about being sure Maya is okay, and seeing it. You got them a guilty verdict this time, but you have to look past all that to what's really important. There's something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yeah. Think back for a second. Moments before Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Incredible decision you had to make. Let's hear the defense's final statements on the matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I save Maya's life? Those were your choices then. Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Hey, Edgeworth. Yeah? She's safe. She punches deceptively hard for a kid.
They just don't know their own strengths.
They really don't. Hey. Thanks for... Yeah. You're My perfect win record has now been crushed, and yet I'm still happy. I don't know if you'll understand, Von Karma. So, she may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Fair enough, Edgeworth. Fair enough. Used every dirty trick in the book, so my win record remained spotless, but man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me, fought him in my usual manner, and tasted my first defeat. Felt like I'd lost everything because of that. Until my love taught me. Then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the office. And I left that note, Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well he should have. Prosecutor who shamed himself with a defeat could crawl into a hole and die. Wow, fucking Von Karma, Jesus. After I left, I finally came to realize something. That moment of clarity, everything began to change. Foolish nonsense. Prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. Every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. Then before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. Trusted your enemy? Doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses, truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold in everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one, it's never easy. Claw and scratch for every inch, but we'll always eventually reach that one single truth. Just get a room. It's the real reason prosecutors and lawyers exist. I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory and ran away into the night. You really let me down. You disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself. Pathetic fool! Von Karma. Von Karma's just like, shut the fuck up, you losers! No longer worthy of being a Von Karma, and neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Siska threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. I think she used to track Detective Gumshoe. I'll return this to the precinct later. Something else. Oh, Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she was saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Alright. Oh no.
Here comes.
Oh, here comes the waterworks. I'm glad I stayed for fishing tears.
Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. Now, like, I was thinking about it.
Even Nemi's crying.
I was imagining it. And, like, just imagining it was enough to almost send me. And here I go. Here I fucking go.
Waterworks. Waterworks. I'm trying to.
Oh, fuck.
You get some tears. You get some tears. You get some tears. We all get some tears.
Best ending achieved.
Thank you, thinking. Oh, fuck. Shit. I'm gonna have my shot. I suppose I'm a little different from how I was a year ago. Oh, honey, let's get you some food. Ugh. Chow. Get her food. Get the poor lady the grub. Get her poor lady the fucking grub. I'm a prime rib at least. Oh, fuck. Come on, Edgeworth, come with us. Drinks.
Borger. Consume Borg.
Oh, fuck. This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided we have to make it up by having another feast. Food. Shots, yeah. Fuck. Thank you for the bits, thinking. Hey, Gumshoe. Oh, fuck. You hit a telephone pole, you fucking idiot. It wasn't even a red light
Buddy.
that got him. Hey, Lotta, what's up? Hey, Powers, yeah, let's get all the warriors in here. Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Start being nice to him, he might just kick it, tonight even. I might as well kick it. Oh. Hey!
He's trying to be more sociable.
He's trying. You got yourself a camera. It sucks we couldn't find her camera. She had to get a new one.
Personal growth takes time.
Yeah, it does. Think about it. You were the one who saved the day, Detective. Everyone fucking did it. Detective Von Karma did it. I can't believe fucking Phoenix, Edgeworth, and Fran had to fucking come together in the triple threat to take him down. Fucking hell. I was sure I took 4 things total. What? Put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Ugh. Getting accused of murder, getting kidnapped. Never a dull moment with you, huh? This poor girl. Why does she look happy about it? The things I drew a picture. Huh. Where have I heard that before? Don't know where it went. Oh, too bad. It's alright. Wasn't anything important. It's hentai, sorry guys. Fuck! No! No!
No.
No. Although knowing Maya, she might like her dojin a little too much.
Heyo!
It's just pictures of burgers. Like, Food Wars lit level.
Yeah, it's just like super high def, extremely professionally taken burgers in bikinis!
Bikinis!
Have the most awful
Better
experience.
burger kinis.
Burgers and speedos.
Tracking device seems to be in a different location. It's probably busted or something. Well, it doesn't matter. It's about time for me to excuse myself. Still have some work to do? You haven't even eaten anything yet. Come on. You'll excuse me.
The poor girl was starved, Phoenix. Give her a break.
Yeah, honestly. I just want to say thanks, Edward. You really saved me out there. Anyone should be saying thanks, it's me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Going for the big hug!
Whatever.
Okay, Maddie, just tell me. Am I gonna give him a fucking teddy bear? Am I gonna give him a fucking big bear?
1 second. I think it says something about the whip.
The whip, you think?
It's not being very clear on the end.
Oh.
Save state and what?
What to give to Edgeworth at the end of Justice for All? At the end. I'm seeing whip. I'm seeing whip from chat. I'm seeing whip from my search. I'm hearing whip from Maddie, thinking that she might have thought whip. I'm save stating. I'm going whip. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. I was only doing my job. Looks like Edward is left. Being lovey-dovey. Pearl! God. Pearl's the one that's gonna grow up to liking Dojin. Fuck.
Speaking of, I have a fan
Stop.
thing that I need
No.
to show you now.
No way. Okay.
I'll have to go find it. But in the meantime, enjoy the ending.
Fair enough. Thinking. This is camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Christ. Oh, Oh,
Surely you don't understand.
why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Oh no, this is gonna happen again. Alright then, if you say so. Objection! I have my controller at the ready this time. I had a funny feeling that that's gonna turn into ending of the game tradition. Really came through for you. Had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. Really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. Escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool. You're a regular fate Houdini, Maya.
Yeah, there was a time skip of what Pearl might look like in the later entries in the series, since there's a 7-year gap between Trials and Tribulations and the Call of Justice.
Yeah.
This is a bit of fan art that I found back in the day, showing what Pearl and Maya might look like in that timeline.
I thought there was official artwork of that now.
Jeez, only spoilers!
I said I thought. I don't know shit.
Well done, Ollie.
Well, I assumed that they're in the newer games.
Dojin. More Dojin.
Probably, where did you get this? And more importantly, where can I get some?
Nice.
No, Mr. Gray, you must be pure of heart.
Yo, what up, Maggie? It's been a minute. You're gonna be a waitress. That's pretty funny. Ugh, look at you. There's the light. Not really not. I was there around. But I remember I didn't need so much of that and it would go crack. Didn't matter if I got whipped though. Please go away. Pulls. Yo, what's up, Max? Can request of world circus domination. World know we're serious, plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe. What do you think Zimbabwe's like? Think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who could talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at most jokes. Fucking wrecked. Holy shit. I gotta admit, I feel like for the most part, this game went a little smoother than the first for me. Even though the stuff was more complicated, I feel like there were less times that I was crying bullshit with this game than I was with the last.
Well, again, like I said, this was the one that introduced the possibility of being able to present multiple things to get the same result.
Right. It's Edgy Poo's idea. That means it must have a deep hidden meaning. Well, I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? Never liked this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me... Oh, there she goes. There she goes. Oh, fuck. That be it. Yo, what up, Adrian? Oh, my heart. That's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. After I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. Nice.
Like I said, those two are a pretty popular ship in the fandom.
I can see why. Death Stranding win? Death Stranding whenever I get the capability. That's gonna require a lot. I know for a fact my poor computer here won't be able to handle the PC version. I don't have anything like a PS4, so... That's not happening for a hot minute. The hottest of minutes, even. I'm gonna have to save up, like, a long time with my bits and my subscriptions to afford a PS4.
Yeah, and unfortunately, even with my computer, once I get it to you, it's not going to be capable of running Death Stranding at anything other than the lowest settings.
Yeah. I want a PS4 anyways, and I do want it for streaming anyways, because I do want to do a Kingdom Hearts marathon at some point.
Kingdom Hearts.
Like, it wouldn't just be for Death Stranding or anything. Where are you going, Fran?
That reminds me, there is Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC coming out soon.
Thought you were planning things on a certain person. It was like tracking devices in his coat, for example. It's just like you, only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage, but it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Guess what next month is? January!
Then it's February.
And then it's Metal Gear March.
I believe right after that it's March.
Sorry. I should have let you have that one.
Don't forget April.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things total. 4 items? Seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you gonna do now? That's none of your business. You running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. Can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Francisco. Expectations from when they were around. Expectations I must fulfill to win no matter what. Failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that, but I'm no genius. I've always known that. Finken says bless you. I had to be
Thank you.
about it.
Doesn't take.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you're a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? The whip was indeed the correct thing to give. I'm gonna say
There's
this
a
again.
whip. There's a way.
Prosecutors don't fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you'll think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead of me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge arrived. If I could win against that man, I could make Phoenix Wright bow in defeat. Then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. It was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. Can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Damn, Edgeworth, the call-out! You chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. That's why we're still standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping you. You say you're gonna quit your walk down the prosecutor's path? Then, this is where we part ways, Francisco von Karma. Oh! Oh, don't do this to me. You better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, these last pieces of evidence that never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Where there's a whip, there's a waifu. Or just special. The card. That was the thing Maya
dumb, I
drew.
love it.
That's adorable.
So,
Imagine
Justice for All, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Well, you know, I mean, I kind of think think I like this one a little more than the original. Not only with the, how, like, I was able to present two pieces of either piece of evidence. Oh, your birthday's next month, Nem? Well, shit. I'm probably gonna forget. So, in advance, happy birthday. Unless, you say so during your birthday, and then I'll be like, happy birthday to you then. But, as far as this goes, like, I don't know, I feel like the cases themselves were, I don't know, emotional, so to speak? Like, I don't know, though, that there were a couple of cases that were, really, like, emotionally intense in the first game. Particularly the last two. I really liked, the one where I had to defend Edgeworth, obviously. And I liked the one with Emma more than I thought I would. That one surprised me a lot, to be honest. But, the other ones that led up to it were like, yeah, they're cases, and you figure them out, and when you figure them out, it's the good stuff. I guess all of these in comparison felt more like tragic in a way. And like even the circus case was just like a bunch of just rough shit that was just like fuck at the very end. And like I don't know. I'm coming away from this slightly more satisfied than the first. That's not to take anything away from the first one, though. I'd say that if I were to, like... the difference is probably, like, a 0.5 out of 10 between the two. Like, that's where I'm at right now. But, yeah. I'm big satisfied. I think I'll probably end stream here and start fresh with the third one tomorrow. Trials and Tribulations.
Oh.
I've had a bit of an emotional, and I think I need to do a rest.
Fair enough.
So, as per usual, if you want to keep track of my streams and stream schedule, that sort of stuff, everything that changes, I post on that Twitter. Yeah. Same time, same place, next game. Yeah. That's where we're at. I'm gonna go now. Bye, stream.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.